we got parts. So let's open this up and see what's in here. This whole big giant box for crank position sensor, which if you're a BMW person, you can appreciate that Bremy sends these. We're going to open this with the rubber gasket. Typically, whenever people sell these, they won't sell you that gasket, which it's a whole whopping like 98 cents, but it's just a pain in the butt to remember to order those. So kudos to Bremy. All right, so obviously we're going to be draining the coolant out of it, swapping it out with a lower temp thermostat. Wrong box, just had that open. Now I had to rely on some forums to figure out if this is the right part or not. Of course, the factory one's 88 degrees Celsius, and I wanted to drop it down to an 80 degree, which I don't know if we can get that on camera. So you can see there, it's 80 degree. I'm just unsure if this is the proper one, so hopefully it's right. I don't know, it's going off 15-year-old forums trying to cross-reference parts. The gasket for the actual thermostat housing, and then our oil change pieces along with our crank sensor, which we may or may not change out. I think the one that's in there is still good. It operates fine. I think we're just getting too hot. So what I'll likely do is throw this in my glove box with the proper sockets and tools. And then if I have an issue going down the road, swap it out, burn my arms a little bit doing that, and see if it remedies the situation. We'll go ahead and get this thing up in the air. All right. Use the quick jack here. Bin pack if you want to hook me up. I'll gladly take some more of these. Super awesome tool to have. All right, I think what we're going to start with first is going to be start with the oil change. We know that's quick, easy. Although if you work on cars, you know that nothing's quick and easy. Set the pan, maybe, just maybe. Another reason I'm wanting to change the coolant is because whoever worked on this last, when I bought it, the vehicle had headworks, you know, serviced on it, and the fluid used, I don't think it's correct. Actually, it's not that I don't think, it's that I know it's not correct. And we're going to pop this reservoir cap off. Woo! and drain everything out. All right. While we're waiting on all that to drain, we'll go ahead and go back up top, put oil in it. Well, actually, I mean, granted, we got to start it, but let the oil filter fill up and everything. But it looks like that actually did it. Back up in. And go ahead and snug it down. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I knew that this wouldn't leak, if that didn't go back in, this would not go back in, because that sucked. All right, that was terrible. Would not recommend. At least without, if you pull the fan on this and the radiator shroud and everything, probably a super easy job. But doing it the way I just did it, 10 out of 10. Wouldn't do again. Ten out of 10. Oh, my hands are burning from all the micro cuts from doing this. Okay, so anyway, the idea is we're going to run pressurized air through here, cut this valve on. It's going to pull a vacuum on the system. Once this hits about 25 inches of mercury, we'll cut it off. We're going to make sure that it stays there just like you do an AC system or anything else. And then I'll have a tube that runs out of here down into my jugs of coolant to pull that in. Let's hope and pray. Got the filter and the oil in. We got everything back together. Seems like it's holding pressure. Gonna open the garage door and we'll start it up and see what happens. We're gonna let it build up a little oil pressure. I'll shut it off, check the oil level, and then we'll let it run up to temp. Okay. And we did get some coolant on the belts, so if you hear some squeaking and squalling, that's what it is. Alright guys, well that pretty much wraps it up. Did the oil change on it, we got the new thermostat in, everything ran like it should, got up to temp perfectly fine, we're not leaking any fluids. So, if you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. I'm doing the best I can. It's the first time I've tried this, so if you got any pointers or things that you do or don't like, put them in the comments. Thank you, I'll see you on the next one.